Hey, what's up, everybody? Today is Monday, March the 20th, and this is going to be one big week for the markets in general. Silver and gold, stock markets, crypto markets, all the markets. This is going to be one huge week, and we're going to be talking about that in this video. If you don't mind, if you enjoy videos like this, please consider hitting that thumbs up button and let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. But these markets have a ton of uncertainty, and there's one thing that all the markets do not like, and that is uncertainty. On March the 21st and 22nd, the FOMC is going to be meeting, and on March the 22nd, Jerome Powell is going to be taking that podium once again, just like he has done several times, many times in 2022, and he is going to be announcing the interest rate increase, or is he going to raise interest rates at all? Will interest rates stay unchanged, or will he raise interest rates by 25 basis points? Usually I have a pretty good idea of what he is going to do. I have made my opinion known each and every time Jerome Powell has raised interest rates. At the end of 2022, the last 4 times he raised interest rates, I had a pretty good idea that he was going to raise interest rates by 75 basis points. Just a few weeks ago, I thought he was going to for sure raise interest rates this time by 50 basis points, up until we started seeing these bank failures. Now I'm unsure what exactly he is going to do. He's going to do, probably in my opinion, one of two things. Either going to leave interest rates unchanged, or he is going to raise interest rates by 25 basis points. And to be honest, I think that's a flip of the coin. If he's going to raise interest rates by 25 basis points, or if he's going to leave rates unchanged. In my opinion, I believe he's going to raise interest rates by 25 basis points. But if you listen to these so-called experts, they are across the board. They are all different. Everybody has a difference of opinion as to if he's going to raise interest rates by 25 basis points, or if he's going to leave rates unchanged. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. March the 22nd, big day, something to pay attention to, something I'm definitely going to be dialed into, and that is going to be when Jerome Powell takes that podium, the words that he uses, because let's face it, the words that he uses at that press conference is going to move the markets one way or another. The markets are going to go up, or the markets are going to go down, depending on what he says. Regardless if he does not change the interest rates, if he leaves the interest rates unchanged, or if he raises by 25 basis points, in my opinion, it's what he says at that press conference that is going to move the markets going higher or going lower. That is just one level of the uncertainty in the markets, in my opinion, is what is the Federal Reserve going to do on March the 22nd with interest rate hikes. In my opinion, I think they're going up 25 basis points, but they could stay unchanged. That's something we will find out on March the 22nd. The other level of uncertainty is the bank failures. First, we had SVB, Silicon Valley Bank. Then we had Signature Bank, Silvergate Bank, and I believe the most recent is over there in Switzerland, in Europe, Credit Suisse, which I do believe UBS took over and bought up all their assets and basically purchased Credit Suisse. So that's the other level of uncertainty, is there going to be any more bank collapses? And that's something that we just do not know. Now, in my opinion, I don't think this is going to affect the bigger banks. I could be wrong. And I don't think this is a reason for the majority of people to panic. These bank failures in the U.S. that had problems and that collapsed was due to liquidity problems. They made very bad decisions, especially Silicon Valley Bank, where I did a video on it. And their main problem was because they bought up so many treasury bonds, long-term treasury bonds. And when investors got wind of that, they wanted to get their money back. And that bank had to sell these long-term treasury bonds for a loss, because as the interest rates went up, as the Federal Reserve raised interest rates, the value of them treasury bonds went down. So Silicon Valley Bank had to sell those long-term treasury bonds for a loss, and that is what caused their problem. Very bad decision making on that bank. Also, not sure if you caught it, but gold went over $2,000 an ounce very early in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. I believe the time was about 4 o'clock in the morning. I actually looked at my phone, pulled up Kitco on my app, and said, wow, gold is over $2,000. Went back to sleep, and as soon as I got back up, gold was under $2,000 an ounce again. But gold, for a very short period of time, did go over $2,000 an ounce. What is going to happen this upcoming week on March the 22nd? Will interest rates go up by 25 basis points? Will interest rates stay the same? Or do you think there's even that possibility that Jerome Powell is going to go even more hawkish and go 50 basis points? I think that went out the window, in my opinion, as soon as these banks started having problems. But who knows? Maybe he will, but I just don't think he's going to go that hawkish. I think it's going to be either unchanged or up 25 basis points, in my opinion, is he's going to go up 25 basis points. The reason I believe interest rates will go up by 25 basis points on March the 22nd is because last week on March the 14th, the CPI data came out, Consumer Price Index, and it was showing that inflation is still running hot, even though it was in line with market expectations and not worse than expectations. But every time Jerome Powell takes that podium, he always says the Fed will not stop until inflation is back down to the 2% target. I believe he will say that they increased interest rates by 25 basis points while monitoring the banking situation, but he could always leave rates unchanged and say the same exact thing while monitoring the banking situation and take it meeting by meeting and then make a determination if they will raise interest rates at the next meeting. Once again, a bunch of uncertainty. Will there be any more banks that have a problem? That's something that none of us have the answer to. In my opinion, I think if there is more banks that collapse or fail, I believe it's going to be more of the same in the United States with more smaller regional banks that made very bad decisions. But again, none of us know that answer. I like to approach this channel more level-headed. I don't like to go over dramatic one way or the other. And if there's going to be any more banks that are going to collapse or any more banks that fail, none of us have that answer. I just don't think that this time that these banks, this is not, in my opinion, 2008, 2009. In my opinion, I don't think these are going to affect the bigger major banks in the United States, but I could be completely wrong on that. Let me know what your thoughts are, your opinions are in that comment section below. All we can do, in my opinion, is what most of us already do, and that is be prepared. A little bit of gold, a little bit of silver, have a little bit of cash on hand, but in my opinion, not to panic. Do you think we are going to see silver and gold go up after March the 22nd, or do you think we are going to see silver and gold go down? In my opinion, if interest rates do indeed go up by 25 basis points, I think we're going to see silver and gold come down, pull back a little bit, just not as much as they would have pulled back if he was going to raise interest rates by 50 basis points. Is 50 basis points still on the table? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. I appreciate everybody for watching. Please hit the thumbs up button on this video. Thank you everybody who took the time to watch this video. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and I'll talk to everybody on my next video. Thanks a lot, everyone.